Henrietta Lacks.
Okay.
And
Henrietta.
yeah, her cells never dies. They regrow, they grow and grow, and they rejuvenate, and they're alive. Even till she's dead, but her cells are still alive, and they can still survive outside of the body, and that's how they're making. They're using her cells and stuff to fix polio and trying to fight AIDS and all kinds of stuff, man. It's a black woman, you know. So
Her name is Henrietta. Let me look at that. Let me look up on that right now. And I said, that is the first time I've ever heard of this.
Yeah.
And where is she located? Where is this body located at?
Oh no, I think they just got her cells. I don't know what they just said that she was buried in like an unmarked grave a few feet from her mother, who has a marked grave. I don't know. You know, back then he treated black people like crap and stuff.
Yeah. What's her last name?
Lacks. Lacks.
Lax.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes it was called Henrietta Lakes.
Yeah, Lakes.
African, The Immortal Life.
Yeah, that book.
In real life. Yeah, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks probes deeply into the racial ethical issues in medicine. Wow.
Yeah, and now they're using her cells to create all this stuff for black women. And, you know, you get a few white people saying black people never contribute nothing, and, you know, their parents could be sick and don't know that they're getting healed, you know, with the cells of a black woman and stuff like that, or, you know, how it goes. And one person told me that they went, I think it's on YouTube, but they were saying like how oh man, I went over time. They were saying like how what was it? How up in
Well, for anybody that's listening, if you want to research this right here, you can go to Smithsonian.com. It's the Smithsonian Institute, and it talks about. You can look it up, Henrietta Lacks Immortal Cells. So you can do some research on that, and there's also a couple of tons of sites that you can go check it out. So what he's talking about is definitely true. So you can do some research on that. So I definitely check out the Smithsonian, which is, of course, we know is one of a big library that's in Washington.
Yeah.
So you can definitely check it out, and they have some information on that. Okay.
One of my subscribers told me about that. I was like, oh my god, because what it is though is, I'm not saying all white people, but I'm gonna tell you, this is what I think. That a lot of white people in America, they're already enslaved, you know, mentally, and I guess, and then to keep them preoccupied, you know, they got us. Well, they got them fearing us, and we're fearing them, and, you know, making us criminalizing and stuff. Like, I was watching that one video where they had a parade of some kid getting shot and all of this stuff in New York and stuff like that. And this one guy said, you know, it's really intelligent how they're doing it, because they're calling black people criminals, and they're criminalizing the black man. You know, so and just being a black man makes you a criminal. And he said it's kind of intelligent the way they're doing it. But then I was thinking, you know, how we could change that around and tell people in the black neighborhoods is that anything that you do that is wrong and that's not helping you be successful, changing your life around, is a crime to yourself, to our ancestors, to our gods, to everything. And if we can instill that in our mind somehow, like, okay, I'm gonna eat this food, you know, and you look at it and say, oh wow, what is it going to do for me? And if it's nothing, then you say, well, if I eat this, I am committing a criminal act against myself, you know. And I know it sounds stupid and stuff, you know, but still, you know, we need to really get our minds into back in, because it's like it's like if you're gonna eat some candy, right, and you know you don't want to eat it, but you got this feeling that's controlling your mind saying eat it, you know what I'm saying? So you're like, okay, I'm gonna just eat it, you know, so I can get rid of this feeling, you know. And it's interesting. Like I said, you know, you can't hate, man, because these people, you know, whoever is in charge, you know, they're not stupid, and and like I said, our black community, I think our problem is just a really easy fix, but just people just don't want to, give up religion, and just relax and then follow that mind, that voice inside of you, because it's telling you what to do, and it's almost like we have our own individual gods within us to tell us exactly what to do, exactly how to do things, but because we all messed up and in here you tuned out, because I'll tell you, it's like this, man. Sometimes I go to touch my iPhone, right?
Right.
And I don't even touch it. And whatever I wanted to do, it'll happen. Sometimes. And it's really interesting. Like one time I went to touch an application, and I got close, but I don't know how many millimeters away. But I didn't touch it, and that sucker opened up, man. I was like, what? I'm like, man, are these things that thing smart? Where they can sense your heat, where it's about to touch before it touches or something, because you never know. They could be doing that too, it's popping in different computers, whatever. But I don't know. It's just some weird stuff going on and stuff. But yeah, that's like me.
Well, they do right now. I found this out, and I'm pretty sure you know this right here, is that your phones, unless you pull out the battery in your phone, your phones are constantly wired to a center anyway, where they can sit there and find out where your phone is at and where you're located at anyway. A lot of times, even when you're talking on the telephone, which I've had this happen in my life, is that when you hear like an echo, when you hear yourself echoing, that means your phone is being tapped and they're listening to you.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people know that already.
Yeah.
And I know I'm preaching to the choir, but it's just it's kind of amazing, because you're like, look, dude, I'm not doing anything like a terrorist. It's like, what are you tapping little old me? What my phone for? You know what I'm saying?
They tapping everybody, man. Because I'll tell you what, man. Like they talk about this slavery stuff, but white people talk about we're slaves, but everybody was a slave, And
we're all slaves.
Yeah, we all slaves. Everybody was in some sort of slavery and stuff, and I don't know.
The only people.
The only what?
Oh no, go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that the people that have their own business or doing their own thing, they're less of a slave than people who have to work for somebody to make money. You know?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say. I was like, if you're self-employed, if you're able to grow your own food, if you're able to depend solely on yourself, that's how you break the chains of slavery.
How you break the chains of slavery is that you got to be your free your mind, get your mind in control of your emotions, get that together. Well, this is my version. Yours, I appreciate yours too, but
I agree with what you're saying is part of it too.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that. Is that if you can sit there and not only if you free your mind, but if you can sit there and consciously have control over your senses, your emotions, you have control over that. You have control over that sexual gratification, that thing that controls most of us.
No, but that's not a bad thing, though. Sex is a natural thing that your body needs.
Well, no, sex is. But when you're focused on that right there, you're using a lot of your spiritual energy on something that's just sense gratification.
It might not be though, man.
But no, it's gratification.
Like sometimes, like when I do it, it's not even because I want. Oh, okay. What do you mean by satisfaction? What do you mean? What's your definition?
I'm saying is we want to have sex because basically we're here to create, other life. We're here to have family. But I'm saying is though, but if your focus is just on that, then it's a distraction from what you have to do spiritually, what you have to while you're on this earth. if you're only focused on that, then you're sitting there missing the whole ball game. Your focus on this earth shouldn't be just sex. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sex it's pulling on your energy. Sex is a life force. Your sperm and stuff is a life force. It's energy within your body. It keeps the vibration of your spiritual body on a higher plane. So our focus shouldn't be on sex, even though they like to on TV and music videos and posters, everything that's trying to distract us towards sex and not focus on our real issues.
Right.
So what I'm saying is that sex is good, but it's good if you're focused on the right issues. I like sex just like sex, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to stop having sex. Listen, I'm not going to give that up. I'm just saying, I'm not going to go out my way to chase women up and down the street. That's something that's hard. I know that's one of the hardest things. Women and all that kind of stuff, and women and alcohol. Those things are very hard to give up because they're fun. You know, they're fun.
Yeah.
And I would sit there and I would be a hypocrite if I said anything else different. But it's fun.
Yeah, I don't know, it's interesting though, but like I was gonna like the money thing. I thought about that. You know, what is it about money? And money, you know, it's just another thing that messes with our emotions too. You get a lot of money and you get to get a life, you get a good life and you be happy, you know, and it messes with your emotions. But what's so good about buying, or not buying, but the good thing about selling is you get this money, and then because people got these thoughts in their minds that money's going to make their lives better, then you can find these scientists, these people who actually went to school and can develop things, and then you pay them a lot of money so that they can develop different things, whatever, you know, and you pay them to develop them for you because they got the knowledge to do it,